Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. What you're about to see is a video deposition which they're using as a witness, Raquel Pennington, who is or was Amber Heard's former best friend. She's not her best friend anymore, and she didn't want to appear in person. In fact, Amber Heard's basically got no one to appear in person as a witness to testify. But these are a day apart, and just enjoy the comparison, and I'll catch up with you at the end.
You testified that in December of 2015, Amber called you over to her apartment so that you could check her out. Is that a correct statement? You testified to that?
Yes.
Okay, my question was, after you arrived, you observed injuries to Ms. Heard, right?
Yes.
Do you remember seeing that her head was bloody, where a chunk of hair had been ripped out of the back of her head?
Yeah. Yes.
Was her head actively bleeding when you saw her?
It wasn't like dripping down her head, but it was raw and red.
Was it actively bleeding, if you remember?
Define actively bleeding.
Was there blood?
Yes.
How could you tell hair had been ripped out of her head?
There was a bloody patch with hair missing.
What do you remember? And I know this is painful and emotional, but give me your best recollection of what you recall from that time period.
From the night before?
Were you with Amber the night before the James Corden appearance?
Yes.
And were you with her the day of the James Corden appearance?
Yes.
And did you observe Miss Heard and Miss Heard's residence the day before the James Corden appearance and the day of the James Corden appearance?
Yes.
So with that, tell me everything that you can remember, starting with the day before. And I may interrupt you and ask you to clarify certain things, but that's everything you remember.
So she asked me to come over to her residence, PH3 or PH5. I don't remember which one I entered. And she was very upset. Her face was red, swollen. The hair had been ripped out of her head. I went through all of the penthouses. She didn't cancel. I don't think I even slept that night, watching her just to make sure she didn't.
Is that because you were worried she had a concussion?
Yes.
Do you recall Ms. Barem providing any advice or recommendation to you on the phone?
I think she said to maybe not let her go to sleep and to listen to her speech. Keep an eye on her.
And you did that?
Yes.
You testified in paragraph 20 that on December 15th, 2015, you took pictures with Ms. Heard's injuries on your phone. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you
Well,
send these photographs?
I don't know if it was on my phone or her phone.
You see the third line down, you say with my phone.
Oh, then it was my phone.
Did you also?
Why did you tell her that you were going to go take pictures throughout the penthouses?
Why wouldn't I?
Photograph?
Yes.
Did you take this photograph?
Yes.
What is this photograph depicting?
The part of her scalp where the hair was ripped out. Picture is hair pulled back to show the abrasion on the scalp where hair has been removed.
Whose head is that?
That's Amber's head.
Was this, do you know when this picture was taken?
Either the night of the event or the next day.
And by event, you're referring to the event in December of 2015 that we've been talking about?
Yes.
Do you recall taking this picture, Miss Pennington, of Miss Heard's scalp?
Yes.
Does this picture fairly and accurately depict the top of Miss Heard's scalp during the day of or at the day after the December 2015 incident that you've been giving testimony about?
Yes.
Right, well, you would have seen that. I'm sure you found that as funny as I did. I mean, it's lunacy, isn't it? A day apart. I can't remember this, I can't remember that, but then all of a sudden, yeah, I can remember all of this, and everything's detailed, and, you know, I'm putting on the waterworks over these things that I was fine about the day before. I mean, it's just, it's a travesty. Like, how anyone in the jury is going to be able to believe this, I don't know. It's baffling to me, in fact. It's really, really baffling to me. You know, her sort of, I don't know, sort of shrugging attitude over, well, you know, well, because there was hair missing. And then the next time we talk about it the following day, the clump of hair that was supposedly missing, which isn't a clump of hair. I mean, that could be damaged from peroxide, for goodness sake. There's no, I don't see any hair missing. I used to be a bouncer. I used to work the doors. And women, and it was always women, when women get in fights and they rip each other's hair out, you would see it. It was really obvious when women pull each other's hair out. I mean, they rip it out. The follicle comes with it, generally speaking, and there's little sort of pinprick holes where the follicle's been removed. I mean, it's really obvious when hair's been pulled out of someone's head. Like, it's really obvious. This, I'm looking at, I'm like, one, where's the blood? Where's the redness? All I see is some slight scalp irritation, which could be from peroxide, for goodness sake. I don't see anything that they're actually reporting. Anyway, the point is, you know, I could make loads of this, you know, video going backwards and forwards between the 2 days and the comparisons and the contradictions and things like that. But it's pointless. I think just this alone, her reaction between similar line of questioning about the similar dates, perfectly exemplifies that it's bollocks. So I hope you enjoyed this. Anyway, this is from today, court proceedings, and yeah, Amber Heard's witnesses are not that good at this point in time.